juice is loose. I'm gonna make you so happy.
Hey guys, and welcome to my top 10 ranking of movies that came out in 2024. Disclaimer: two of these movies came out in 2023 but had its release in 2024, so they still belong in this. And without further ado, let us begin with
얘기해 안 좋아.
we instantly start off with an absolute banger of a movie, Monkey Man. When this movie came out, I actually wasn't that interested in it or just had no time to watch it, but holy shit, when I saw it at home, I couldn't believe what I was watching there. This is the debut of Dev Patel, who just happened to play the main character in his own movie. It's a 2-hour-long action movie with incredible camera work and a mixture of an ancient tale in the modern world. We follow an unnamed protagonist fighting with a monkey mask to get around when one day he met someone who triggers his childhood trauma. Fantastic acting, great visuals, and pure entertainment. I wanted to give this a 10 out of 10, however the last 20 minutes felt a bit weird. Calling this his debut is a big flex.
19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
We just try to stay out.
Civil War came at the right time. It's set in a real near future where the Civil War has broken out, and we follow a crew of war reporters who try to get an interview with the president at the White House. So they have to travel half of the USA during a civil war. What I really liked was the fact that we don't know what happened there, which party has power, but that the situation is so bad the two politically most apart states work together. That says it all. I felt so immersed as if I was a reporter myself. The tension was always there, especially when Jesse Plemons entered the room.
I'm just saying. Just what? Well, you're American, okay?
Okay. What kind of American are you?
His performance peak, really. I wouldn't be surprised when he receives an Oscar for the role. I went into this movie at a time where I had to watch many stupid man films with tons of nonsense shooting, but that's what monkey brains need to enjoy a movie, I guess. In Civil War, there's shooting as well, but the shots being fired, especially at the end, all had an impact on me I've never felt before. It was so intense and felt real. I was really afraid of guns watching this. I really hope this will never come true.
I'd like to propose a toast to my two unlikely companions.
Are you trying to look down my shirt?
No. Yes. You're gonna get me fired.
So, this is a movie which came out in 2023, but the Germans thought, hey, let's release this Christmas movie in February. That's a great idea. Never mind. The Holdovers is a Christmas movie which became a Christmas classic in my opinion. I can't describe the movie better than Letterboxd said.
A curmudgeonly instructor at a New England prep school is forced to remain on campus during Christmas break to babysit the handful of students with nowhere to go. Eventually, he forms an unlikely bond with one of them, a damaged, brainy troublemaker, and with the school's head cook, who has just lost a son in Vietnam.
This movie is wholesome, sad, funny, heart-wrenching. It's everything, with a fantastic performance of Paul Giamatti. No wonder he got nomination for Best Actor last year. Everyone, please watch The Holdovers. Please. I love this movie.
You're green.
I am.
I guess everyone's timeline is still filled with Wicked memes and reels, so I might be short with this. Wicked is a fantastic musical with a perfect movie adaptation, beautiful setting and on-point casting. Cynthia Erivo and especially Ariana Grande were perfect. Their synergy was a joy to watch and to listen to. The soundtrack is a banger. No wonder it's so
Popular.
on social media. I could watch it again and again. I'm really looking forward when the next part comes out next year.
Something in the water.
What do you mean there's something in the water?
There's just something in the fucking water.
We did it, guys! We finally got a good Alien movie again! But for real. Alien Romulus was such a refreshment over Covenant and Prometheus. I had so much fun during this. It's basically a compilation of every good Alien idea with a great set and modern technology. For sure, the first two are iconic and still great to watch. However, I think for people who just want to watch newer stuff, this one is perfect to have a full Alien experience.
I'm furious!
The darkest of angels.
I absolutely don't understand how this movie was a box office flop. We got a perfect addition to the Mad Max universe with so much action and great acting. Especially Chris Hemsworth was such a joy to watch. Speaking of joy, Anya Taylor-Joy is really becoming a well-known and great actress. From Queen's Gambit to Last Night in Soho to Furiosa. I'm always so happy to see her in a movie. Furiosa is a great prequel to one of my all-time favorites, Fury Road, and gives us her full story from being a child to when she joins Immortan Joe. Fantastic world building.
Maybe we're disturbed by the fact that she could have been into someone like me.
When we were teenagers.
When we were teenagers.
Hey, I love you.
I know.
My personal surprise this year was Challengers. The trailer to Challengers completely turned me off. I saw so many and way too much and bad love triangle stuff in my teen years. I can't stand it. And when I saw the trailer, my first instinct was,
Oh, hell no! That's hell no!
but after a few weeks, I only saw good reviews and thought, maybe I should give it a try. And went in, and what can I say except, wow. I was so invested in this one damn match. Flashback after flashback took the stakes higher and higher, and I sweated more than all of them together. I could not predict the outcome, and it was so damn good. Everything slaps hard in this film. The camera, the acting, the freaking music. This movie was definitely a huge surprise for me. You can point out a few things. For example, the many time jumps, which can confuse a bit, not exactly knowing where we are at the moment. However, this whole experience in the movie proving me wrong about my thoughts about it, I have to rate this 10 out of 10.
This is Bella. Bella, this is Mr. McCandles.
Hello, Bella.
This is another case which came out this year in
Deutschland.
Therefore, it counts as 2024 movie. Poor things. What can I say? It's so good. It's the reason I watch films and go to the cinemas. This movie has breathtaking and beautiful sets, a huge variety of colors, and one of the best casting choices this year. Willem Dafoe, Mark Ruffalo, and for sure Emma Stone. Those three were so damn good in this. Emma Stone's performance was so good, I completely forgot it was her. We follow Bella Baxter, a sort of Frankenstein's monster, exploring the world and herself in a kind of childish yet adulting way, and everything was just perfect. I love Emma Stone, who is now completely into it with Yorgos Lanthimos' recent work, Kind of Kindness, which sadly you won't find on this list. Poor Things, fantastic. I can explain this movie by a whole word.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I will never forget this screening. I was in a small art house cinema, which I just experienced with empty seats, but this was full, I tell ya. Everyone was hyped about this, and what can I say except you haven't seen something like that in a long time. Elizabeth, who once was a rising star and even got an Oscar, is now in her 50s. She has a small show, but the producer wants to kick her out because, in his eyes, she's too old for this. Depressed about that, she finds out about a substance which can make her young in a way you won't expect it. For sure, this has a few rules, and for sure, all of these rules will be ignored, and what we get, a hell of a roller coaster. Male gaze, body horror, peak acting, and an ending which will haunt you till you are in your 50s. The substance is not for everyone, and if it isn't on your top list, I completely understand you. For those who haven't seen it, watch it. You won't forget it that easy.
What if Paul Atreides were still alive?
One of the first movies I saw this year already made my peak of cinema 2024. Dune Part 2, the sequel of Denis Villeneuve's Part 1 from 2021. It's breathtaking, and in my opinion, if Villeneuve does not fumble with the last part, it truly is a new Lord of the Rings peak fiction trilogy. The first one was 2.5 hours of exposition and world building. This one had 2.5 hours of action, adrenaline, even more world building, and shots I will never forget in my life. The speech, the scene with the worm, the end, breathtaking and an absolute must-see for everyone who says about him or herself that they love science fiction. Dune Part 2 for me is the best movie of 2024. And that's it for my little top list here. I wish you all a fantastic year full of great movies and a beautiful time. And in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.